Go Tigers! I got one question for you, Trish Arnold. Are you rooting for Mizzou or the Arkansas Razorbacks? Mizzou's got a chance. Or 11-2. I better see you rooting for Missouri, Trish. You got to give it to them. You don't want to root for a state that has your other name in it. Kansas, Arkansas. You don't want to do that, do you? No. Let's look at the Mizzou matchups and the Arkansas matchups. Mizzou will play Arkansas. Today's players to watch out for: Brady Cook and KJ Jefferson. Cody Schrader, Luther Burden. Cody Schrader at the running back position, who has 1,272 yards and 12 touchdowns, and he's got an amazing story. Maybe we'll get time to tune into that bowl game. New Year Bowl with the win today. Luther Burden has 77 catches, 1,142 yards, and 8 touchdowns. Another player to watch out for is Andrew Armstrong. He'll go early in the draft. He has 724 yards and 4 touchdowns. Missouri is favored by 9.5 and has every way they should win this game. Missouri is 9-2 and 4-7 as Arkansas and 1-6 in conference play, but Missouri is so fond of maybe losing games you shouldn't. But this is one you've got to have for the Tigers program as they look to become one of the best teams in program history in football. Another good game tonight will be Oregon State, and Oregon State will play on the road against number 6 Oregon, who hopes to get into the final wild card spot, but they'll be looking for a loss today from probably 2 teams. But players to watch out for: DJ Uiagalelei and Bo Nixon, who has 35 touchdowns and is a Heisman favorite probably. Maybe also players to watch out for on the offense: David Martinez and Buck Irving on the running back position, who over 1,000 yards. Wide receiver matchup also: Troy Franklin, who also has over 1,000 yards, and Buck Irving, who has over 1,000 yards. Game time is at 7:30. Oregon is favored by 14. That's college football. Now we move on to NFL. Lions-Packers is a traditional Thanksgiving game. Jordan Love had 3 touchdown passes for Green Bay and 286, and Christian Watson goes for 194 and a touchdown in the win. Jared Goff needed one more touchdown in losers. One of those touchdowns could have came from Amon St. Brown. He had 99 yards, but didn't score a touchdown. The final was 35-29. And a half, we'll say, against Seattle, as they lost one of the matchup games and are 6-5 and Green Bay's 5-6. So basically, 2 games or 1.5 game ahead, whatever you want to call it. Packers versus Seattle. It was a game. Commanders-Cowboys. It was a rout, 45-10. Spell it. D-R-O-U-G-H-T. That's what we need to spell. It was that bad. Dak Prescott had 331 yards and 4 touchdowns. Brandon Cooks scored a touchdown. 72 yards and a touchdown. Curtis Samuels was the only player that played good for the Washington football team. He went over 100. Sam Howell throws an interception. As we said, Dak had a very good game as he threw for 341. The Cowboys advanced to 8-3 with a 45-10 victory. The only problem is the Eagles are in their division and they are 9-1. The 49ers and Seahawks won handily, 31-13. Christian McCaffrey hits the run hard and has 114 yards on the ground and 2 touchdowns to help them with the win. Dolphins and Jets will play via quarterback Tua Tagovailoa, Zach Wilson, wide receivers Garrett Wilson, and Tyreek Hill. Players to watch out for. Tyreek Hill has over 1,000 yards and is trying to get to 2,000 and might not be on his way. Kick is at 12. Miami's 9-5 and the Jets are 4-6. Game time is at 2. Line is 9.5. Kick off from New York on Prime Video. We need to talk about is the weak spot of the Chiefs, the wide receiver position. The Chiefs coaches have ran out of ideas, and I'm quite there with them. But they could run some better plays and some better routes and keep with other plays more. The Chiefs seem to never run the same play over. They also don't seem to go back-to-back plays with the plays that worked. For example, when slant works, then they don't go back to it. They could go back to a slant and a slant if it works. The Chiefs also need to run the ball more. And yeah, you might say, well, Patrick's the best one, so you can narrow, so you don't need to run it. Well, the problem is if you never run the ball, it never gives enough mix-up. And the only time I saw the Chiefs run the ball a lot was with Kareem Hunt under Andy Reid. The quickest answer is we have probably the best top 10 running backs, and probably the best quarterback in the league. But we still need to mix it up. I think that has been our problem this year, and the pass plays aren't working. So you continue to go to run. Even if you only get 1 or 2 yards, you got it in the first half, and hopefully the runs will open back up. The Chiefs never listened to me on a single high running back or single fullback running back. Maybe the reason is because I don't know enough about football, but I know a lot about football, and a single back to go is a basic down play, and then they can take their shot via the play action on a single back. The Chiefs, the only time they see them do that is 4th and 1, and they seem to run into problems with that on 4th and 1. And yes, the Chiefs need to keep the same players in the game. Fight for more consistency, not just a play where one player gets the ball. So the Chiefs are what the receivers are. And if they lose the playoff game, that's probably what it's going to come down to. Losing because they don't have the receivers and a lot of drop balls. The same story has been into play when the Chiefs have dropped games. Yes, McCole Hardman could have caught a winning touchdown, but the other receivers dropped 6 balls. We'll see when the Chiefs lose. I expect them to go to the playoffs, but will be another February or January loss by ending the game by too many drops by the Chiefs receivers. And that's too bad because the Chiefs have a great defense this year. And are they going to overreact if they lose a game and sign a big receiver and not sign anybody else? Well, that may be the case because they are running up against cap, and you don't want to make an over decision. We'll talk about that more another time. We'll also talk about L'Jarius Sneed signing with the Chiefs as a cornerback. Now, that's it for Sam Vaughn Sports. Sam Vaughn Sports, thank you and have a good afternoon.